Hey everybody, quick update here. Want to let you know I was able to install a bolt that was roughly a 1/4 inch longer than the original one for the rocker arm. There you can see the length difference. This is the original one. This is the new style one. And I put it back in order. You can see the new bolt here. And I went to use the original rocker arm, which, as you can see, is no good anymore. I don't know if this had a crack in it before or not, but what I found out was, and it's good I got this other rocker arm. You can see it's a little bit different from the original, but it's Kohler's replacement rocker arm. This is a new style, and if you go to replace one of these, you have to get the little insert that the bolt goes through, because the original insert doesn't work anymore. I think I had showed you that in the other video, but I found out that these pieces do come off. I thought that was all in one, that it was made, but it's not. This is just a piece that goes over the bolt originally, and that would have slid up on this here. But the new style of rocker arm, there's an insert in there that's different, which is meant specifically for this rocker arm. So, how did I do that? Well, first of all, I'm glad the threads work. We know that, so I don't need that helicoil set. I can take that back. I put the push rod back in. I put this whole assembly back on with this washer here, and this washer would have went on the bottom side. You can see one right here, underneath this insert that goes on the bolt here, right there like that. That's where this originally went. So I found out upon doing that, it wouldn't allow the engine to turn over. So what I ended up doing was, when I was trying to turn it over a little harder, even though I felt it was catching, it made a snap, and the rocker arm went flying, and the push rod shot right up out of the engine and landed over here close to my parts washer. So luckily I wasn't standing right there. But what I ended up doing was I put a little thicker of a washer in underneath that. And that was enough to, by hand, get it to turn over and not feel like it's catching at all. So my question to you is, what would be causing that? Maybe I'm tightening these bolts too tight. I don't think so. I noticed like these over here, the original bolts, I didn't really touch these, but you can see that the rocker arm has a little bit of movement. Well, that one's open, but if I release the tension on it, there you can see that one has a little movement. And we go over here, this one has a little movement, and go over here, this one has a little bit of movement as well. But when I had that other washer on, I couldn't even budge this thing. So I'm trying to figure out what the problem might be. Now, I didn't put new head gaskets or anything in. I reused the originals, which are shot. I would imagine that if the gasket is shot, it might just be enough to where the head is a little bit lower than what it should be. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's maybe a bent valve that isn't allowing this to open all the way, or if the valve itself is hitting the piston. I'm not sure, but that little thicker of a washer, like I said, here's the original down in here, compared to the other one that I installed on the other side, which is probably about double the thickness, is what allowed me to turn the engine over by hand completely and not feel like it's getting caught on anything. So I got to check into that. I don't know what that is. I appreciate any thoughts, or maybe you know what it is. Just drop me a comment down below. But what I want to show you, you can see I have this battery here, and I have everything hooked up to the starter, and I thought I would share this with you. There you can see those are opening. I'll pan you over here. Now, I still don't know if I have spark or not, but I guess I could, I don't know. They're individual coils. I don't have the hookup for the ground. So in reality, if I put a spark plug in here and grounded it out somewhere, maybe right here to this ground cable, maybe I'd have spark. Let's check one of the original plugs. How's this one? Yeah. Let me hook this up and bring it right back. Okay, so we're back. I got the plug hooked up. I'm going to try and cranking this over and see if we get spark there. Oh yeah. Yeah, so that coil's good. Like I said, guys, if nothing else, I mean, you know, I could probably use this for parts. I don't know if I can really test that other one. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay. I hooked the other one up. Let's see if we have spark on that side, shall we? Give me a second here. Trying to hook this on. I think I did see a little bit of spark there. Oh, yeah. All right, cool. Oh, if nothing else, I got 2 coils. I don't have any parts for an engine like this, so I still want to try and get it going. But now that I know that the threads are good on that with that longer bolt. I found that the other day. If I put a little bit longer bolt in, the threads are okay. So now that I know that, I can return the helicoil. So I guess I'm back down around $70 to see if this engine runs. What's really stopping us from seeing if this thing runs? All I have to really do is put the spark plugs in the sockets there in the head, hook the plugs up, take the air cleaner off, spray a little go-go juice in the carburetor, and see if it fires and dies. Maybe we will try that. I'll be right back. Alright, so I don't want to jump ahead too much here by trying to start it. What I decided to do was hook up the plug wires with the spark plugs in the engine and crank it over and see what it sounds like, because in reality I don't even know that much. So let's try that. I don't know, it sounded pretty good to me. What'd you guys think? I don't know. I don't like to have to try and run it on the table like this so much, but set this stuff over here. What the hell? Give it a try. The only thing is, if it does start, I don't really have any way of shutting it off. And with this flywheel out in the open, I'm not so sure I like that. So, hate to pause you again, but I'll be right back. Alright, so looking at this thing, this has a shutoff for the main jet. I don't have any power hooked up to that, so that shouldn't allow, as long as that's good, it shouldn't allow any gas to go through. I don't know how long this is sitting anymore. So I don't know if the gas is any good, but I guess I'll just, I don't know, maybe I could prop you up somewhere so I can try and hold the engine. Maybe like right here. Spray some stuff in the carb, hold it here while I'm cranking it over. And see if we can get it running. I don't know if I really have a great place for you guys, so it's the only thing. If it does run, it's going to be loud as hell too, because there's no exhaust on it. Gee, I don't know. Where could I put you that you could see? Would this work? Yeah, you guys can see it there. I know it's a little bit far away and I have the camera tilted, but we'll try and Unless I can turn it the other way. Hold on a second. How is that any better for you guys? I know it's a little shining up in the air, but you guys can still see the engine, so. Alright, let's give it a shot. Spray some stuff in here. I'm just going to use a little carb cleaner. Here we go. Oh! That's good enough for me, guys. That's good enough for me. I think we'll have something here. Still got to figure that other thing out. But man, I know it didn't sound the greatest, but I think that's a heck of a start. We're finally getting somewhere here. So I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. Appreciate you watching. We're getting there. So, yeah. I'll have to work at it a little bit more. And I'll bring you back with some more updates. So, thanks again for watching. We'll see you.